I will show you a demon in the form of a human." When he confessed to the police about what he did, they told him, "You are a liar. You say that to make yourself appear to be a dangerous person because no one can do what you say." He said to them, "Okay, this is an address. Go to it. You will find a barn in which there are 2 people buried. Make sure and see with your own eyes." When they left, they were shocked. Their words were true. After that, they knew that they were dealing with the smartest serial killer in the history of America. And when they tried to find out more details about him, he told them, "Okay, I will tell you everything, but on one condition. I want to sign an official paper stating that after I tell you everything, you will execute me immediately." What he said was unbelievable. In 2012, specifically on the first day of February in Alaska, the weather was snowy and icy as usual. A man named Dwayne went out to pick up his girlfriend Samantha from work. Samantha works at a small cafe down the road, and that day, she was the only employee in the shop. Dwayne packed his stuff to get to the end of his shift and set his schedule so he wouldn't be late. Indeed, he arrived on time, but he was surprised that all the lights in the store were off, as if it was closed. He put his car aside and said, "Maybe I left early or I was late." Naturally, someone else took her or she went home on her own. He grabbed his phone and wanted to talk to her or send her a message. She replied in a message, "I will spend a few days with my friends. Tell my father about that." Dwayne and Samantha have known each other for over a year, and he is used to her way of writing and speaking. That's why he suspected something was wrong, because that wasn't her way of writing. He decided to call her father and tell him what happened. Her father confirmed that something was indeed wrong and decided to call the police. The police contacted the store owner, who told him that he knew nothing about her. But there are security cameras in the store, and they record everything. He was very cooperative with them and provided them with the video. When they saw this, they were sure that Samantha was in real danger. What appears in the video is that Samantha was preparing coffee for a customer, and everything was normal. It is clear that when she served him coffee, she suddenly looked behind her, as if he was asking her about something behind her. But when she looked at him again, she was frightened and took 2 steps back and raised her hands. It is clear that he raised the gun on her. Samantha turns off all the lights in the store under the threat of the customer, and the video becomes blurry. Samantha then took out all the money and gave it to the client. Suddenly, he entered the store window wearing a snowboard mask, grabbed Samantha, and they left the store. Police asked the father and Dwayne if they knew the person in the video, but unfortunately, with the mask and the darkness, they couldn't identify or accuse anyone. Nearly 18 days passed, and no one heard or knew anything about Samantha. Until a message came to Dwayne from Samantha's phone. Contains a title and specific details. Dwayne went to the police and told them. They went to the place. When they arrived at the location, they found a bag containing a letter and a photo. The picture was of Samantha holding a newspaper dated that day. He wanted everyone to make sure she was still alive. The message says, "If you want Samantha, put $30,000 in her account." The police and the family immediately fulfilled the kidnapper's request, went to the bank, and deposited the required amount into her account. The police asked the bank to inform them when anyone made a withdrawal from Samantha's account and the location of the withdrawal so that they could arrest him. After they put the money into the account, several days passed and nothing was withdrawn from it. Suddenly, notifications began to appear to the bank about the use of the bank card from ATMs from different regions. But whenever the police arrived at the place of withdrawal, they did not find anyone. And the surveillance cameras showed that the person who was using the card, he was wearing a ski mask. And this information confirmed that he was the same person who kidnapped Samantha. But this information is not useful at all because they also do not know who he is. But with the help of security cameras, the police were able to identify the car in which the kidnapper was riding, and they were able to identify it as a Ford car, White Fox. They searched for the car for several days, but did not find it. A few days later, the bank received notification that Samantha's card had been used in Texas. The FBI contacted the Texas police and told them about the case and the car's specifications. Indeed, After they released the car's information and informed all the police officers, a Texas police officer saw a Ford Focus. It was white, so he followed the car and stopped it. He asked the driver to show him the car's license and papers, and the driver was very cooperative. The driver's name was Israel Keys. The police officer asked him to get out of the car to search it, and when he did so, he found Samantha's phone and bank card. He was arrested and taken to the police station. Detectives who were working the case in Alaska went to Texas to investigate Israel and tell them where Samantha was. When they started questioning him, he was cold and calm and didn't even think about it. Calmly tell them everything they want to know. They discovered that he was manipulating them and that everything the police thought they knew was wrong. He told the police that I killed Samantha immediately after kidnapping her and that I had never known her before. I only saw the cafe was empty and it was night, so I decided this was a good place to kidnap someone. So I asked her for a cup of coffee, and when she turned around, I threatened her with a gun and asked her to turn off the lights in the store and give me all the money in the store. Then we got into the white car that I had. The girl was very afraid, but I told her that I kidnapped you because I needed money, and if you cooperate with me, I will leave you. Of course, she believed me, calmed down a little, and cooperated with me so that I would not harm her. Little did she know my intention was that I would never let her live. When I asked her for the bank card, she said that she did not have it and that it was in her friend Dwayne's car. So I told her, "Tell me what type of car it is and write me the address and the PIN number of your card, and I will go and check whether it is in his car or not." Next, I tied her hands. Israel actually left her and went to the address and found Dwayne's car. He broke the window and found Samantha's bank card inside. At this moment, Dwayne left the house when he heard a car alarm sound and saw that someone was stealing his car. Of course, he started screaming at him and quickly went to call his father to help him, but when he came out, Israel had disappeared. Thus, Israel made his plan and took everything he could from Samantha. Then he decided that there was no point in leaving her alive anymore, so he went back to her and killed her. And all this happened on the same day he kidnapped her. The strange thing is, if the girl died on the same day, how did Israel send a photo to the police more than 18 days later while photographing her with a newspaper on the same day? On the same day that Samantha was kidnapped and killed, Israel packed his bag because he was going on a cruise with his family. When he returned from the trip, he felt that he needed money, so he decided to use Samantha's body to get money from her family. Here he made an unexpected move. He bought a newspaper and went to the body. Samantha put the newspaper next to her, opened her eyes, glued them together, photographed her, and thus mocked the police and her family, making them believe that she was still alive, and demanded the ransom. The police asked him where Samantha's body was. He said, "After I photographed it, I took the body and took it to a frozen lake. I dug through the ice, and when I reached the water, I threw it there piece by piece." The police did not believe him, but they had no choice but to go to the lake site and investigate the matter. They went there and took the investigation teams with them, and unfortunately, they found that what he said was true. They took her out of there piece by piece, exactly as he told them. Now, after they saw that, they said that it was impossible for an ordinary human to do that if this wasn't his first crime. They said that this isn't the first time she's done something like this, is it? He said, "True. I'm not an ordinary killer, I'm a serial killer. Samantha was my final victim, and I'm sorry for the family." He told them, "Look, I am ready to tell you everything I have done in my life and give you information that you did not expect to know, but on one condition. You must sign official papers that you will carry out my request." They asked him, "What is your request?" He said to them, "After I tell you everything, I want a direct execution. Do not bother me with the trials." They told him, "We agreed, sign the papers." And here he began to speak. At first he told them, "I want to tell you that anything I did was impossible for you to know about. Through me, because everything I did was with caution and planning, and everyone I killed, the police were unable to find anything about them and registered them as missing." He told them I like to travel a lot, And every now and then I go to a new place and I don't know when I will feel the urge to kill, so I prepared all the places I go to. I placed death boxes in specific places in different regions of America. Each box contained weapons, ropes, and money. All the people I had killed I had never known before. I choose them randomly according to the time and place. I have no motive for killing, and I do not care if it is a man or a woman. The important thing is that I pose a danger to everyone around me. They told him, "Provide us with the names of the victims to ensure the truth of what you are saying." He said, "Well, there are two of them, Bill and Lauren. Their case spread widely because they disappeared from the world." Suddenly, "You know them?" He said yes. He told them that these were the people I killed. Here the police felt that they were being deceived and that they wanted to link all the missing victims to him to show that he was a scary person. To confirm this, he told them where Bill and Lauren's bodies were, telling them that they were buried in a barn 1 mile from their home. The police went to the scene to verify the veracity of his claims, and they actually confirmed the veracity of his words. He also told them the location of the kill box he used to kill Bill and Lauren. Israel gave police information on 8 other victims, but police expect the number to be at least 12. He has been called the most intelligent serial killer in America. They were talking to him and trying to get more information from him, but he was not joking when he told them, "Don't bother me and execute me as soon as possible." Because before they could finish the rest of the investigation, they found that he had put an end to his life in prison and left a 4-page letter, a letter explaining how mentally ill he was. The FBI said that it is also responsible for victims in California, New York, Indiana, Alabama, and Washington. In addition, they found 5 killing boxes in 5 states other than the ones mentioned. Samantha died, but without her they would not have caught this criminal. And of course, her death saved many people from falling victim to this monster. This was our story for today. I hope you like it. I'm Richard, and see you in a new video.